Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, it's Regit, and I have for you some old but nevertheless fantastic news. The Crash Fever collab is back. I mean, you know it's back. You clicked on the video, you thought, why hasn't the video been here for several days? But I'm going to reiterate the fact, because it's a great fact. Not only is it going to bring us cat food, it's going to bring us back a collab with what was actually a pretty good game when I played it. There's my boy there. That's not my boy. Actually, my boy is Enhance-a-Lot, we call him. I might revisit him soon enough. Crash Fever streams, they were fun back in the day, weren't they? I'm glad it's back. It was a great collab, probably the best of them, to be fair. But now I know what Evangelion is, maybe they're on an equal kind of plane. Also, what's great, I'd like to thank Cola Bottle for these new sidebars, if you ever noticed them. Because of the aspect ratio, we had to have sidebars, and Cola Bottle's made some new ones for us with some new colours. So there you go. They've done some new things. They've added stars to Gates of Alice, which is infinitely exciting. And they've made System Queen Rampant available for absolutely ages. But what, in fact, is it? I do not yet know. It starts off as a normal stage at 100 energy. Well, I'm going to do that as well as a bit of Gates of Alice to prepare an energy refill for myself, much like the energy refills I didn't use in the Halloween event. Well, I guess if I wait a year, they'll be there for me, and I didn't need them this time. These are time score stages. Well, I have my slot form for material farming that I was doing just before I started recording. I think that would be fine, really. Look at what we need to get. We need 6,500. Then we get Rich Cat and some XP. Well, that suits me just fine. We got some full energy. Let's go. Sudden Rampage. And, oh, it's the Crash Fever collab. We're back! And it's Mobius. Like, it already. There's the Crash Fever base. I love that thing because it's got the things that you tap on and they explode. And it's great. Her synthetic hubris. Oh, don't talk to me about hubris. One has studied a bit too much War of the Worlds for one's lifetime back in GCSE English. Hubris, the only theme that was in fact evident from that book. So I guess it was good to at least get a question on that in the GCSE. Yeah. Brilliant background. Like this neon psychedelic fantasy of fantasticness and loads of peons as well. Which means, hey, Bahamut, go, 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 go. Skip, no, okay, Blam! There we go, the second time lucky. Lovely background, we're getting all the score that we need as well. Alice! Chaos Construct. The thing I remember about Alice is that Alice is what makes it take ages to load up Crash Fever. I mean, it's probably not Alice's fault, but that's what you see when it takes ages. That's all I really remember about Alice. We got an Owlbrow, just completely gone. Alright, thank you, Maglev. A Bahama on the base. Oh! It's an Otter! A happy 100! And a Mobius. Well, no more mail from you, Happy 100. Just a Mobius to deal with now. And I think we're dealing with it all rather quickly. It's a veteran stage, so that's probably to be expected. Okay, we hit Mobius there. Didn't even quite kill it. Are we going to get on the base? No, we're not. Okay, Bahamut tries its best, but ultimately succeeds in not doing much at all. But 9153, which is pretty good. 150,000 XP. Sniper the Cat. 50,000 XP reward. What's next after that? Well, we're going through it rather quickly, aren't we? Hang on a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second to last stage, this is. We need 6,000 score on this one. Can we pull that off with slot 4? I think so. I hope so. Going to be even more all-purpose if we manage to. Right, what's in this one? It's our lovely psychedelic background again. Let's get rid of those cat combos to marvel in its fantasticicity. The word that I just completely made up. Mobius, what are you doing? What was that? Was that a kind of wisp of air that's supposed to scare me? Like, what are you trying to do here? Also, like, put some shoes on. You're outside and you've got no shoes on. This one's proving a little more difficult. I'm going to have to engage some Shudder strategy. Can I hit both of these at the same time? No, I can't. Well, I tried my best. Abraham, go in, killing that stuff right, and then maybe we can kill the Mobius. Will we have done it well and fast enough? I'm not too sure. I might have to have another go at this one in the future, but I'm sure there'll be missions attached to it, so I'll need to go back to it anyway. Have we got what we needed? We have. It's fine. 6,000 score we needed. Nearly 8,500 we got. Loads of XP. And Treasure Radar. Good news indeed. So that means the final stage, which we will probably do to replenish the energy because it works out perfectly. Thank you, Ponos, for actually making a sensible energy system for us to be able to get it all back. ID, Tangible Existence, Deadly Difficulty. A Deadly Difficulty time stage? What's all that about? I'm not too sure about that. Well, I'm going to switch back to my slot 3. I'm going to put Mega Castle Jizo back to Jizo. We've still got fast units in respect to the Peach Devils, and I reckon having an actual proper slot on a deadly stage is probably the best thing to do. But then again, deadly stages, you know, they span from the very easy to the very, very difficult. And you don't know which one you're quite going to get. But I'm going to get Manji back anyway. And even if we don't get the time score, we're going to get it done. So, tangible existence. What do you got for me? I assume you got something absolutely fantastic for me. And we start off with zombies. Oh, that's not great. I was going to be like, Maglev! But no, we've changed the slot. I should have remembered that, having done it a few seconds ago. But anyway, happy 100. Here to deliver me my what? My emails. Got nothing anti-floating except for what is a lot more expensive than what I can manage. And oh, it's Motorcycle Man. I remember you. Although you were a bit different before, weren't you? Were you in the Crash Fever collab or were you different? I feel like you were different. You weren't quite the same because there were like less impressive versions of you and there were millions of them. But maybe that wasn't even Crash Fever. Maybe that was something else. And you're an entirely new phenomenon, Mr. Motorcycle Man. Well, if you'll give me a few oh, no. Oh, no. I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to put down my meat shields, and guess what? Your mans has put down Paladin. The great use that'll be. Okay, well, let's start saving again. 2 happy 100s, 3 happy 100s, a Mobius, and an impending doom of a Motorcycle Man. Can I please have some more monies? Because Paladin is utterly useless in this context, and I need something a little bit better. I don't know quite what. Maybe Meg Aphrodite with a huge area of effect, or maybe what I can afford possibly slightly sooner, a Cyberpunk, but no, the range is going to be too short for that. And to be honest, this has gone horrendously wrong. Well, we're going to go for it anyway. Cyberpunk's all we can quite manage. A slow beam. I'm going to muster out all the meat shields that I can. But no, I think they're at my base and I'm getting absolutely destroyed, even though I switched my slot to be one that should have been more than capable of doing this. But in fact, we've been very incapable and it's time to change tack. Zombie at the start, so maybe perhaps an Eraser and a Jizo. Then I'm going to upgrade my worker cap once. What else is fast and absolutely brilliant? I think I should save up for a Cyberpunk. That'll keep everything in place. Arguably, I hope so. That's the general idea. That or a Meg Aphrodite. Maybe she'll be able to kill stuff quickly enough. Jizo, unprotected by the looks of things by the Eraser, and zombies running through the ranks like I don't know what. I'm going to get another Jizo to deal with this one, and then the aforementioned Cyberpunk, which is going to do nothing useful here except for look fantastic. There's Motorcycle Man, but I'm ready for you this time, Mr. Motorcycle Man. Don't you worry yourself. It's time to get some more units on my side. Maybe Jizo spamming, you know? Jizo and double Eraser is usually a force for good, and a force, in fact, to be reckoned with when you're an enemy in the Battle Cats, but maybe we need something more than that. It's a combination of Happy 100s and Motorcycle Mans to be sending me fiery mail. It's hate mail. It's those DMs I get sent now and again. Regit, you're bad, lol. I think my Jizo strategy has outlived its current purpose. No, I need more. I definitely need more at the moment. A flipping peng. How did I know it was going to be a peng that was going to cause trouble? One whisker of damage to my Cyberpunk and it will be dead. You stay the heck away. Have things taken a turn for the better? Have the Happy 100s disintegrated? All these important things happening during a jump cut. Look at me being anti-professional. Well, it's happened and I'm glad that it's happened. I can get my Meg Aphrodite now. The Cyberpunk has survived. We've only got the more bigger, bossy units there. And without the load of Happy 100s causing infinite trouble all the time, we're going to be all right. Motorcycle Man is dead. Long live Motorcycle Man. Mobius soon to receive the same fate, I do hope. Goodbye, Mobius. Goodbye, Mobius too. Goodbye, Mobius. Good. Peach Devils go through just about fine. And now we're on the base. What do I have? Not an A Bahamut, but I have a Shadow Gal. That'll do it fine. I've got everything else stuck behind, but we'll get there eventually. 4,000 score? Probably not. I'm going to have to make something more specialised to get that, I should think. But I don't know. We'll keep spamming until we get there. Although probably not now, because stuff won't reach the base in time to have any better impact. We win with 4,270. By the skin of our teeth. We've got all the rewards and our energy fully recovered as well. Absolutely sorted, and there's stars to it. Oh, that is terrifying. There's stars to it. I don't want to do that in 3-star. Well, actually, it's alright, because if I make something specifically better for it, perhaps something with a little more anti-zombie, maybe a little bit like my Floor 27 strat in a way, just sort of stacking dragons and stuff like that would probably be effective. Then Thaumaturge maybe, although I'm not sure about the range. I can find out in due course, but I think what might be good is to return briefly to Gates of Alice, which must have been there before, because otherwise we wouldn't have been able to do it. These are time score stages as well. And one thing I really do like about the Crash Fever collab is those doors. Them colourful, rabbity doors. I like them. I think the rabbit's Alice system or something like that. Again, this sort of lore stuff, I'm not very good at keeping up with it or understanding it. I remember when I was playing Crash Fever very briefly, people were like, no, don't enhance your unit with that thing, that little Humpty Dumpty Eggman. He gives you XP. And I'm like, but he's got lots of big numbers. Can I use him to enhance them? And people were like, no. And then I was very, very confused. And I still haven't worked out what I'm supposed to do. Guess what I've also done? Completely negated the fact that this is a time score stage while regaling you with my exciting adventures. Well, exciting might be a bit of an exaggeration. Have we got all we needed? Still 9,000 score. I should think so. 3 rewards. That seems about right. Virus of love without the slightest bit of urgency. Explosive escape. 7,500 needed on this one. Well, I'd hate to disappoint. Let's be nice and fast. Start off with the Maglev. Oh, a LeBron. Can the Maglev take it out in one shot? Oh, it can! The LeBron goes for an attack. It's in fact incredibly tragic because the poor bloke, well, he just suffers a fate. And yes, Motorcycle Man was here before. He was in Gates of Alice, and what I was thinking about was a unit from some JP collab, I think, that I have on my JP account. He rides a motorcycle too. It's really difficult to keep up, you know. Just checking here has in fact alerted me to the fact that Order/Disorder is the last of a 3-stage stage. That's not much stuff, because I think I remember now that there was more Crash Fever that came along after the first bit of Crash Fever, so maybe we're going to have that again as well, and I probably reckon as soon as this video goes up something new will happen. That's usually how it goes. But in any case, that, I think, is where we're going to leave Gates of Alice, and we're going to go back to System Queen Rampant with its interesting font layering, and go through that a little bit more to set ourselves up an energy refill, a pastime that is more fun than any other. Do not underestimate setting up energy refills. Can I be even faster this time, I wonder? Well, a Maglev to set us up with a little bit more of the money to be able to hit Mobius, and probably not enough time to Abraham and probably no advantage in it. Instead, a Manic Lion spam is probably best. No more Maglev, and that'll do us. Is that a new record? Well, of course it is, because it's a different stage. Probably not representative of an actual new record, but 9,500, not too bad. And if I'm really competing for a high score, people are only just going to tell me that they got a much higher score. But then again, what if that could be a fun little game? Be like, oh, Regit, I got 100,000 more score than you with 1 million less user rank. Look how bad you are. Why is her so tiny? I mean, is that the way that Crash Fever fonts things? I don't remember it being like that. I mean, the menus in Crash Fever are sometimes a bit hard to understand. It's just a bit of a psychedelic, loads of stuff coming at you all the time kind of game with loads of little graphics. I mean, it's great. It's really quite enjoyable. There's not many games I play and enjoy, but Crash Fever was one of those ones, at least briefly. I should probably go back to it, as I've said. I know I'm spending longer than anybody else reasonably would looking at these minute little details, but why is her so small? I really like this. This background's great. It's very expressive and artistic, and not expressive like modern art in that it takes the mick out of the whole definition of art and makes it complete rubbish that you could put some random paint stroke on something and immediately have something you could call art. This is expressive, not normal art style, but yet still talented in its creation. And I mean, I don't know why I'm talking about art theory. My art teacher told me not to take A-level art. This Alice is written weirdly as well, although I guess I can understand that. Alice being a sort of computer, like that thing that sounds like Alice from within Portal, if I remember correctly. Portal, a game that I'd probably never play because I hate puzzles. They make me feel stupid and I can't do them. Not even like really simple puzzles, like puzzles for 5-year-olds, I still can't do. The same Maglev trick doesn't work with an Elbrow, or maybe I was misremembering. No, probably not. Only took a few more hits, but we need a little bit more to kill them this time, and I suppose that Otter's going to therefore be a little bit more difficult. Yep, we got a knockback on our Abraham at first. Possibly a bit unlucky with the enemy attacks. The Otter is gone, but my Abrahama is gone as well. The challenge is ramping up. Ooek. Let's get Tropical Kalisa in to sort them out. Manic Lion to act as a meat shield in all the best strategies. Manic Lion's a meat shield. You know, Floor 30, Alice Chaos Construct, all these. This is proving a lot more difficult than I took that it might be going up 1-star difficulty. And I'm wondering now, whether the extra time that this is taking, even if we do get through it, we probably won't end up getting all the score that we need. Our Tropical Kalisa has perished under much stress and strain from Otter and Owlbrow. The happy 100s are still there, and I'm gonna need to have another try at this, aren't I? That hasn't gone as well as it probably should have. So, do I save myself the energy or risk it? Well, I have no choice now. Did we get what we needed? If we needed 7,000, that would be quite cruel. We got 3 things. I think that's going to be just about fine. Given the level of my units, we probably don't need to be that fast to get what we need. Yeah, wow, 5,000. Okay, seriously overhamming up that difficulty. Abandon future expert. Let's give you a go then. Probably the final thing we can do. Counting for energy. Maglev, not really going to help. Instead, we're going to do Can. That's got lots of damage. Bathtub, that's got a lot of damage. Being a bit, you know, torture room. That's what that bit of my slot works best for in my material farming. And the Can suffers a nasty wispy gas fate or whatever Mobius throws out. But I'm hoping lots of damage from these units. They're units that, you know, aren't fully ubery gacha, but sort of acceptable levels of gacha that people are like, yeah, that's an intelligent choice of unit. Is it an intelligent choice of unit now? With no meat shields in front of it and a situation that probably does require meat shields? Yeah, I mean, probably. But what a Bahamut timing was that? Was that absolute madman a Bahamut timing? Oh yeah, it was. Completely deliberate. Oh yeah? I really can't get away from the fact that this has been a terrible run, considering that I was trying to be fast. Even getting stuck on a Gabriel dosh. What an unintendedly slow run. Under 8,000 that time. I'm sure that's a lot worse than we did before. But it's enough. And enough is sometimes good enough. If there's no incentive to get you to an incredibly high score, don't go for an incredibly high score. When there's no reason for something to be perfect and you just need to pass, aim to pass. Driving test. There's one. You can't get a distinction on a driving test. You pass it or fail it. Most likely fail it. So what I'm aiming for is to not make so many mistakes that I do fail it. And sometimes if you focus on that, rather than being perfect, you're a lot more likely to pass something. So there you go. Maybe there's some wisdom from time score stages. Or maybe I'm talking a load of rubbish. In any case, I'm very excited to see a little bit more from Crash Fever. I do like the collab, and we're going to be going back to the game as well. Get myself a few of those magical ostrich bird things that give you loads of enhanced levels or whatever they are. I'm sure you guys can remind me how to play the game properly, or more accurately, probably teach me how to play the game properly. You know what I said about me probably recording and then the next day there being something new? There's something pretty new here. While still in the process of making this video, Moonlit City has appeared and returned, and I knew there was another thing, and Moonlit City must be it, so I can make an immediate start on the 2 stars of that. Converging rays sounds absolutely horrendous. That's physics. Time score, I need 6,500. Okay, slot 2 might not be the best way to go for it, but by Eck, we're gonna go for it. Right, what you got for me, Bunny Base, Alice System, flipping Mobius. Oh, what's that? Is that a metal hippo? What's this? Is this a anti-metal slot? Oh, heck yeah. I mean, the problem is that once again, we're using Manic Lion as a meat shield because I have nothing else. Other than maybe like a Rocat, that's the closest I'm going to get to a meat shield. This might be quite interesting. Other than that, possibly Hayabusa. That could be a decent attacker. In, out, critical hit. That metal hippo is gone. And then when all of this danger has subsided, I might get myself an A Bahamut to clear out that stuff with the multi-hit. Hopefully won't get destroyed by Mobius. Gets knocked back by Mobius, but Mobius has been defeated and is gone and is destroyed, and so is the base. That's plenty enough score. 200,000 XP, Sniper the Cat, speed up, lovely stuff. Fever time! That is a Crash Fever thing. It's all coming back now. I remember that. I've just gone into it with slot 2, which I've literally just been disparaging. Good old me with my thought processes. Right, Manic Lion to start off then. Don't need to be slow, we need to be fast. What's there inside there? Probably Motorcycle Man. I'm probably like, yeah, Motorcycle Man. Definitely sort of underestimating how difficult it's gonna be. But I'm sure we'll find a way to work through it. What am I quite gonna do? I don't know. Using Manic Lion to stall seems to be the order of the day. But other than that, oh, you are fast, aren't you? Let's stop you right there. You see, the problem is, that's a one-shot. That's even worse. That's really not very good. I don't know what I can do about that. All said, I think I have made a bit of a mistake. I'm just delaying the inevitable here. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna stop there, and we're gonna try again. Hopefully the stuff isn't on a timer. Oh, they are on a timer. That's dreadful. Well, I mean, that's not gonna work at all, really, is it? I'm gonna just have to stop there. Yeah, okay, I'll concede defeat on this one. No point keeping on and on and on with that one. I think we know where we've been beaten. Let's go back to my slot 3, where we'll have more of a chance to actually do something in this fever time. Here he is then, my chappie. I thought, oh, a Jizo. Okay, I wasn't planning on that, but a bit of Manic Eraser stalling. A lot more efficient than Manic Lion stalling, although perhaps a little slower. We're going to be able to get Cyberpunk, right, and then Meat Shield as much as I can, protect that, and then from there we can form an army of Jizo and what else other stuff. Possibly. Let's see if Jizo works by trialing out one. I'm doubting it with the current range of stuff, but perhaps we've got just enough range to start doing a kind of stack. Although I think it only worked when the Happy 100s were past Motorcycle Man. At this current stage, Jizo's going to be in danger constantly. So, okay, we can't do that. So, upgrading Worker Cat, I'm going to have to do that instead. I think we're going to have to play the long game here. However, the long game isn't so great when you have 4 Happy 100s in the same place. Make that 5 Happy 100s, okay. And also the fact that it is a time score stage. Well, we might have to waive that because, quite frankly, this is not going too well at all. We just need to do everything we can in our power to get through it rather than trying to get through it quickly. What can I bring out next? A Meg Aphrodite would be absolutely smashing, to be fair, but can I afford it? It seems as if doing both the meat shields is completely sapping away any fund advantage that I would have had. But then not putting out both of them is going to lead to a Happy 100 invasion, the likes of which I never want to see. Right, we got Mag Aphrodite out by the skin of our teeth, just about, and here is where our reign of destruction should begin. Skablam! Okay, none of them dead, but all of them knocked back. That's a good start. I'll upgrade the Worker Cats. Hopefully we can start making a profit, even with the Dual Eraser. Mag Aphrodite goes to take another shot. The bow of purple lands and kills a couple of the Happy 100s. Okay, good. Now a Peach Devils, because why not? Nice and fast, bit of a range on that one as long as we keep our meat shields coming. That's a lot of Happy 100s and I'm not happy about it. Oh, we gained a lot of ground there, so much so that the Peach Devils opportunistically ran into it and didn't do themselves much good at all. Next course of action, I reckon, another Cyberpunk, because we can. Thinning out on the enemy side, but you never know what might happen. Our Peach Devils has just suffered an awful fate at the fiery hands of Motorcycle Man. He's gone, hurrah, look at that. We didn't have to deal with stars before, at least I don't think we did. But the second star of Fever Time is successfully dealt with. That's a start. We're going to destroy the base. Are we going to get enough score? I sincerely doubt it. This may be where we genuinely fall flat of where we need to be, whereas other times I've thought we would, but we didn't actually quite. But even the base destruction is painfully slow, and yeah, that's not going to be enough. 2, 4, 5, 5. Oh, wow. I need to find a better way of doing that, but some other time. I think that's all right for now. We've completed that, and I think these stages are quite small, if my memory serves me correctly. Yeah. Only 3 stages in them, so we'll leave the last one for an energy refill when the time comes. Thank you for popping along and watching this video. It was nice to have you here. I'll be off now, so I'll say to you that I will bid you goodbye, and also say that I hoped you enjoyed.